You know, sometimes in this country, news just comes out and everybody begins to ask what exactly is going on again. Recently, something like that happened in Kwara State, and it has been making people talk everywhere. People are saying that a truckload of Fulani herders arrived at an INEC registration center, and immediately the place went into tension. Some people were surprised, some were scared, and others were just confused, asking why a full truck of people would suddenly show up for voter registration like that. Now, before you jump to any conclusion, please make sure you like this video and subscribe, because the gist we're about to share today needs everyone to stay calm, understand it very well, and also share their thoughts. So please hit that like button now before we continue. So this situation in Kwara started when residents noticed some trucks entering their area early in the morning. Some people said they saw young men and women stepping down and heading straight to the INEC office. They looked like people who came from far away, maybe from rural areas or border communities. Others said they heard the trucks came from another state entirely. You know how these things can be. Once people see something new, stories start flying. Within minutes, pictures and videos started spreading online, showing crowds of people at registration points. Some were standing in line peacefully trying to register, while others just stood around watching. People began to panic, asking if this was part of a bigger plan or just normal voter registration activity. Some said it might be organized. Others said maybe it's just people trying to get their cards like everyone else. Now, let's be honest. In Nigeria, every time we hear about large groups moving around like that, it causes fear. The reason is because of the past experiences we've had with insecurity. So even though these people may just be coming to register, the sight alone can create tension. Some residents said they felt uncomfortable because they didn't understand where the trucks came from or who arranged the movement. Please, if you're still listening and following this story, don't forget to like this video and subscribe right now, because we're breaking it down in a calm way so everyone can understand what's really going on. Now, in fairness, voter registration is open to all citizens. Anybody that is qualified, above 18, and has the right documents can go and register. So technically, there's nothing wrong with people going to register even if they come in groups. The issue here is the mystery behind the movement, who arranged it and why all at once. That's what people are asking. Some community leaders in Kwara said they've never seen that kind of crowd before. They said that even though the people were peaceful, the sudden arrival of many people at once raised alarm. People were worried that maybe someone was trying to move new voters into an area to influence numbers in future elections. Others said maybe these are genuine Nigerians who just never had the chance to register before. And this time someone helped them with transport. Whatever the case, the matter has become a national conversation. People from other states are also reacting, saying the electoral body should make sure everything is done properly and transparently. You see, this is why communication is very important. When things like this happen and no clear statement comes out immediately, people start to fill in the blanks with their own stories. That's how rumors grow and cause unnecessary tension. So far, there's no confirmed evidence that anything illegal happened. No violence, no chaos, just confusion and suspicion. But as usual, Nigerians want to know the truth. Was it really just herders trying to register? Was it part of a voter mobilization campaign? Or is there something more organized behind the scenes? These are the questions people want answers to. Let's look at it from another angle. Over the years, groups of herders across the country have been complaining that they are often left out of major government exercises, things like census, registration, and elections. Many of them live in remote areas, far from major cities. So when it comes to registration, most don't even have access to INEC offices. Maybe this time they decided to come out together so that they can all register at once. That explanation could make sense. But then again, the timing and the scale made people uneasy. In politics, perception matters. Once people see something unusual, they start thinking of manipulation. That's why many Nigerians started tagging the videos online and demanding a response from officials. If you are still here, kindly hit the like button now and subscribe. Let's make sure we grow this channel together so that more people can hear balanced stories like this one. Now, while everyone is debating, the electoral body has the responsibility to clear the air. They should come out to tell the public exactly what happened, where the trucks came from, and who organized the movement. Transparency is key. Once people see the truth, the fear will come down. Meanwhile, security agencies also need to be alert, not because there's trouble, but to make sure that nobody uses registration as a cover for anything else. Nigeria is already sensitive. One small rumor can cause panic across communities. That's why the government needs to communicate clearly and quickly. At the same time, we should also remember that not every gathering means trouble. Sometimes it's just citizens trying to exercise their rights. So instead of fear, what we need is proper information. Everyone deserves to register, vote, and be part of the country's future, whether they are farmers, traders, or herders. Still, many people online are asking, why Kwara? Why now? Maybe it's because Kwara shares borders with other states, and it's easy for people to cross in for official registration. Or maybe some leaders decided to help their people register there because it's closer. Whatever the reason, it's now in the public space, and everyone wants to understand what's really happening. Please, if you're still watching and enjoying this gist, don't forget, like this video right now and subscribe to the channel. When you subscribe, it helps us bring you real stories in a calm and respectful way, without panic or bias. Now, one thing that's very important to say is that people should avoid spreading unverified videos or voice notes about this issue. Some of those videos flying online are not even from Kwara. They could be from years back or from another part of the country entirely. That's why, before sharing anything, check the source. Misinformation can cause real problems, especially when people are already on edge. So, what can be done now? The first step is awareness. Let INEC and the state government explain what happened in clear terms. Second, citizens should remain calm and avoid stereotyping or blaming entire groups of people. Third, the security agents should ensure that all movements are peaceful and legal. Once that is done, the tension will go down naturally. All right, let's continue the gist. Remember to like this video right now and subscribe if you haven't. When you subscribe, it helps this channel grow so we can keep breaking down stories like this in a calm and simple way for everyone to understand. So let's go deeper into how this whole situation connects to what might happen in the next elections. You see, registration is the first step in determining how many people will vote in a particular area. That means if suddenly thousands of new names are added in one region, it can shift political calculations. That's why this truckload movement got many politicians and citizens talking. Everyone is trying to understand if it's normal registration or if it might change voting power in some parts of Kwara. Some political watchers believe that the reason this issue went viral is not just because of the trucks, but because of the timing. The moment elections are approaching, every registration drive becomes sensitive. People watch carefully, especially in places where the numbers can affect results. But it's still important to say, registration itself is not a bad thing. In fact, it's good when more people want to register. The only problem is when it's done in a way that looks secretive or raises questions. That's where transparency matters most. If you are still following, please drop a comment below. Tell me, what do you think about this movement of people registering in large numbers? Do you believe it's a normal process? Or do you think there's something else behind it? Let's discuss respectfully in the comment section. And again, please like and subscribe so you don't miss the next update on this story. Now, let's look at it from the social side. In many rural parts of Nigeria, especially where herders live, people don't often have access to registration centers. Sometimes they have to travel hours just to reach the nearest INEC office. Some live in areas with poor roads and no transport.
So if an organization, a community leader, or even local government decides to help them by providing transport, that can explain why you suddenly see a truckload of people coming to register. Maybe this is part of that effort to make sure even the most remote people have the chance to get their voter card. That is why, before jumping to conclusions, it's always good to wait for official clarification. Because once you look at it from that perspective, you'll see it might not be a threat, but rather an inclusion effort. However, even if that's the case, authorities still need to communicate clearly so that everyone understands what's happening. Lack of information breeds suspicion, and in Nigeria, suspicion can quickly turn into argument and panic. Please, if you are still watching, kindly like this video right now. It really helps. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button below so you can join this community of people who love to stay informed with verified stories. Now, beyond politics, there's also a human side to this story. These herders, if that's who they are part of the country too. They deserve to have their voices counted. Many of them live peaceful lives, moving with their families and cattle far from city centers. For once, maybe they just want to be recognized, to vote, and to be part of national decisions. But because of past experiences and the fear surrounding security issues, people sometimes see their movement and immediately panic. That's why communication and education are so important. If INEC or the state government had come out quickly with a statement saying, yes, people from rural areas are coming to register and here's why, maybe the tension wouldn't be this high. But when there's silence, people start imagining different stories, and social media will add more fire to it. My people, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe. I'm reminding you again because many of you are watching without doing that. It helps this platform grow and reach more people. So what happens next? Right now,
What everyone should be looking forward to is an official explanation and continued peaceful registration. The electoral body needs to monitor closely, ensure that all registrants are genuine Nigerians, and verify that nobody is being moved around for the political purposes. The process should be clean, open, and fair. At the same time, we as citizens need to keep calm. We can ask questions, but let's do it respectfully and wisely. Avoid angry comments, avoid hate speech, and don't spread any video or message that can cause misunderstanding among communities. Remember, we are all one country and peace must come first. Let's also think about the lesson here. This event shows how much people are paying attention to everything that happens around elections now. Nigerians have become more aware, more sensitive, and more active. And that's a good thing. It means people are learning that their votes matter, their voices matter, and that registration is the foundation of democracy. So even though this story created tension, it also shows progress. It shows that citizens are watching, asking questions, and demanding accountability. Now imagine if every Nigerian, from the north to the south, from the cities to the villages, decides to register, vote, and participate, when the country will change. That's the kind of engagement we need. So instead of letting fear divide us, let's focus on making sure the process is transparent and everyone plays by the rules. Please, like this video again if you haven't done so, and subscribe. Your support means a lot. Now, before we round up this gist, let's also remember that social media is powerful but dangerous if not used carefully. When you see videos like the ones from Kwara, take your time. Don't repost immediately. Wait for official confirmation. Many times, old videos or clips from different events are recycled to create confusion. We must all learn to check things before sharing them. If you're in Kwara or nearby areas, you can even help clarify things. Visit the local registration centers, talk to the officials politely, and share verified updates online. That's how we can all help reduce misinformation and promote peace. Finally, I want to leave you with this thought. Every Nigerian, regardless of where they come from or what work they do, has the same right to register and vote. It doesn't matter if someone is a farmer, trader, student, or herder. As long as they are a citizen, they deserve equal treatment. What matters is that the process is free, fair, and properly monitored. That's the only way everyone will trust the system. So, my friends, that's the full gist of what's been happening. The key message is calmness, transparency, and awareness. We need to demand truth, not panic. We need to support peace, not fear. And we must keep watching, asking the right questions, and making sure our voices are heard in the right way. If you've listened all the way to this point, I really appreciate you. Please don't forget again, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends so that more people can understand what's truly happening without confusion.